Hello, Fort family. Spring has sprung in the Northwoods, and this is going to be our fourth summer at camp. And it reminds me, Robyn, that it was after our first summer you had taken on the healthcare role, and you were looking for a purpose, and you took on the accommodations role. And what a blessing that is, because we are leaning on you so heavily, given your nursing background, your medical background, particularly in this new COVID-19 reality, where healthcare and cleaning and sterilization is so important. But I want to go back first and talk about a recent trip that we were on. We were visiting some partner churches. This may not be as funny as story time with Katie, but I'll give it a try nonetheless. We were visiting some partner churches in the Milwaukee area, and you realized that you had missed your hair appointment. And we were staying with Jim and Tammy Frazier from Whitestone Church, and Tammy says, "No problem, I can get you a hair appointment." Literally within a half hour, she had you getting a hair appointment at her friend's house. And so we're really thankful for that, because you can't now get a hair appointment because it's a non-essential business, right? So I had a great idea a couple weeks ago. Acts of service is your love language, right?
Most of the time.
Yeah, and so my idea was I contacted your former mentee. You love to reach out and engage with the young people and mentor and develop them. And Sabrina Rogers is an accomplished hairstylist. And I said, "Sabrina, you know, we've got telemedicine. What about tele-haircutting? Couldn't I do a FaceTime thing where you could kind of instruct me on how to cut Robyn's hair?" But your response was?
No way. No way. And because of that, I've had trouble sleeping, because I don't know if I'm going to wake up and have any hair on my head at all. But in saying that, and talking about hair and those things that we so enjoyed in our life that we can no longer do, I've been thinking a lot about the song "When I Survey the Wondrous Cross," and I have always thought about that line, "all the vain things that charm me most," because I know that's an issue for me, but I like to just brush over that. But during this time, it's really shown me that those things do distract you from seeking God. You replace things like that with Him, and I think that this is a time for us to grow and to look inside ourselves and see where we aren't really doing what God would have for us. And in saying that, I've been busy. This job has turned into something I didn't expect it to turn into, but my background has been I've done some research. I've been a research nurse in the past, and it's been an opportunity to check every day, probably 24/7 for the most part, because things are changing. And as with my job, I'm really trying to take care of our staff, particularly and the Fort family, because I believe that this is going to change us. I think that the grief that we feel simply from our lives being changed so drastically, and also the loss of jobs, loss of friends that get this, and I just want us to remember God has gone before us. He has this. It might not be our timetable, but it's certainly His. And we, as a family, a Fort family, we're here for you, and we just need to trust God.
So we're looking forward to seeing you this summer. We've got a great summer planned. The board and the leadership have been busy at work. We're as prepared as we can be. We'll wait till the end of this month and see how this thing continues to progress. Hopefully make a decision what impact, if any, this would have on summer before May 15th. 81% of our summer staff are hired. We want to see youth campers and family campers and everybody enjoying Fort Wilderness. So Fort family, I'd like to leave you with this scripture from the Lord. "Cast your cares upon the Lord, and He will sustain you. He will never let you fall." And that's our hope for all of us as we endure these unprecedented times. We love you, and we're looking forward to seeing you soon.